Over the past few decades, the debate between conventional farming practices and organic farming practices have developed. However, there is still a lot of confusion between the two. So what do these terms really mean, and which industry should you support? Let's start with conventional farming. Crops that are grown using conventional methods are treated with synthetic chemicals. These chemicals help grow fruits and vegetables more efficiently. They grow bigger, faster, and more quickly, but at what cost? When growing conventional produce, farmers generally use a series of chemicals. They start by fumigating the land, which helps eliminate potential threats that the crops might face later on, and they use chemically enhanced fertilizers to prepare the soil. After this process, the seeds are sometimes soaked in more chemicals that help them start growing. Once they are in the ground and growing, they are sprayed with even more agrochemicals. So what kind of agrochemicals are used? Pesticides are often used to combat any pests, which may be carrying diseases. Herbicides, sometimes referred to as weedicides, are used to kill any weeds that grow. Even the water is sometimes enhanced with chemicals. In addition to agrochemicals, genetically modified organisms, known more commonly as GMOs, also fall under the conventional farming spectrum. This mixture of agrochemicals and GMOs allows farmers to grow crops in massive plantations with less worry of the entire plantation failing. However, this process eventually depletes the soil's natural nutrients and paves the way for soil erosion, making it unsustainable. Now let's take a look at the organic farming practices. In order for a farmer's crops to be organic in the eyes of most consumers, they need to be certified. Although there isn't just one single certification that is used everywhere in the world, there are many widely accepted certifications that use similar processes. In the United States and internationally, the USDA certification is very common. To get USDA certified, farmers and distributors must follow certain guidelines and procedures created by the National Organic Program, the NOP. They develop the rules and regulations for the production, handling, labeling, and enforcement of all USDA organic products. The goals for organic methods is to be healthier and more sustainable for the environment, promote biodiversity, and increase the well-being for everyone involved. Organic farmers avoid the use of many agrochemicals that are used to grow conventional crops. Instead, they use more natural methods. The land where organic crops are grown is more nutrient-rich because the chemicals have not stripped away the nutrients in the soil. However, along with these natural nutrients comes a few problems. Since these crops aren't constantly being sprayed, there's more human labor involved with growing them. Farmers must tend to their crops more frequently, doing things like removing weeds and checking plants for diseases. This helps drive up the final consumer cost for organic foods and products. However, this isn't entirely bad. By paying this higher price, the consumer has the satisfaction that they are helping promote this sustainable industry, as well as supporting the farmers and helping them receive fair wages. If you are on a budget, buying from local farmers markets is a great option because you're buying directly from the farmer, which cuts out the middleman and generally lowers the price. Now back to the growing process. Putting these plants under constant stress from insects, among other things, can actually be beneficial. With this threat, they must create more defense for themselves, which we see in the form of antioxidants. Although the increase in antioxidants ranges among fruits and vegetables, studies have found that the overall content of antioxidants is much higher in organic produce than conventionally grown produce. Another benefit from organic farming is the preservation of biodiversity. By using natural methods and not eliminating the many organisms nearby, they continue to flourish. The runoff from agrochemicals is often leaked into nearby water sources, causing detrimental effects not only to the land, but to the animals and living organisms nearby. While on a trip to Costa Rica, I saw the effects of agrochemical runoff firsthand. I stayed at an eco-lodge that was surrounded by pineapple plantations. There was a river that was flowing just meters away from our cabins, and at first it looked beautiful. I was even tempted to jump in until I got closer and saw what was happening in the water. There were large amounts of orange and brown algae buildup. The agrochemicals from the nearby plantations contain nutrients like nitrogen and phosphorus. which had caused this and threatened the aquatic ecosystem in this river. So, after analyzing both conventional and organic farming practices, it seems there are a lot of pros and cons to each side. Given this information, it is up to you as a consumer to choose what you believe is best for your lifestyle.